You should just get the little live alert.
I can see your title and name there.
Yeah, cool. Alrighty, so I'm going to rewind after I accidentally crashed my own computer. So this is the third session of our Call of Cthulhu game. We ended on a bit of a cliffhanger the last time. Heather's character, aka Velma, had just opened the slightly cracked open door to the townhouse of one Mrs. Elizabeth, and I forgot what her last name is right now, but we'll just call her Miss Elizabeth.
Jameson, I think. But let me check that.
That sounds about right.
Yes,
Anyway,
Jameson.
Miss Elizabeth Jameson. So the door was cracked open when you arrived, and Velma pushed it open to reveal the body of one Miss Jameson in what appears to be a Christ-like pose. Arms sort of slightly outstretched, more like out and down rather than like straight out.
Mm-hmm.
Arms pinned to the wall, so she's literally hanging from giant metal spikes.
So she's not going to be answering any questions.
No. So you're kind of blocking the doorway. Are you gonna cough and gas, or
Sorry, I'm turning the volume up a little bit. Let me know if it starts to get too. Actually, hold on.
Do you have access to the no.
I don't know which one this is, so let's see if this works. Nope.
Something works.
There we go.
Do you have access to the dice stream on your app now?
No.
No, I think because hers still has it still keeps the old version for whatever reason, or the new version for whatever reason.
Well, all right. I have 1% battery. But I will, John.
Okay.
Alex will text you as soon as we find out what happened. So yeah, we'll oh my God, the count is 2 and 2. I can't look.
So they're aware we're recording, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've.
They should be appraised that we are listening to their criminal schemes.
Yeah. We're looking at dead bodies. They're
Okay, well,
watching us.
All right, I love you. Okay. We've got 1% battery. Joshua.
Yes.
So I don't know how much of that is being picked up or not.
We can hear literally every word.
Yes.
It's
because you have if you're using just a microphone.
Do you want me to put it on mute? Here, I'll put it on mute until I'm going to talk, okay?
Okay. So the only thing I was going to ask is if you were going to stand in the doorway and gawk, or if you were going to let Ryan's character know what was going on.
I'm probably going to go, stand there, lose a little bit of sanity, and then I probably will actually turn back to him and say, I don't think she's going to answer any of our questions. And then I'll walk in and let him come in.
Oh, okay.
What in the Jim Christmas are you talking? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think
maybe we
did
should
we roll
have
that?
gone there first.
Did we roll that last time? Oh, we rolled that last time.
No, I rolled a sanity check. I don't think you did a con.
Okay. Con 60. Okay.
Just because your character has been in war and stuff, so the blood, that was more of a shock factor. This you've seen some shit today, so now
40,
you're kind of
48 below 60.
Okay, so You go in there, you don't lose any additional sanity, but you get that little stomach flip nausea feeling as you see her dead body hanging from the wall.
And she's hanging from the wall like this, like Carl,
like she's like this on the wall. Like the floor is here, and she's like slightly elevated, like barely. Her arms are pinned, like slightly spread out, not like T, but like V, downsized V. Like her arms are like that.
And is she nailed to the wall? Well, we're gonna go up and check.
Yeah, right. So you don't need to roll anything to realize that she is basically hanging there by what appear to be railroad spikes.
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
Oh God! Oh, that's gruesome.
The cause of death is actually fairly obvious. There is a slit across her throat that is fairly deep.
Can I check to see whether or not, does it look like she bled a lot after they spiked the things?
Yes, it appears that she did bleed a lot, but there's not a lot of blood there.
Well, no, I'm just wondering if I'd be able to tell at all whether or not she was stapled to the wall before or after she died.
Medicine would do that, or first aid.
I think I have both. Let me check my stats to see which one is higher. Let's see. Medicine spelled incorrectly, because I are the smart. I've been to med school. I can't. What the actual heck? No, that's not what I'm checking. Okay.
You know what Rogan is?
Okay.
It's a hair regrower.
Okay. So my medicine roll, spelled incorrectly, is 40. So I have to get below that, right?
Yeah, below that.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Okay. The spikes were clearly anti-mortem, not post-mortem.
Do something about it, fucking
And they are very bloody. There is a smear on the wall, but you actually realize that there's no way that all 5 pints of blood that were in the body were spilled onto the wall and the floor. It's fairly clean. In fact,
Says where?
few like hollow areas where it looks like someone had buckets or vessels for
No,
the
this is not possible. This is not okay. None of this is okay.
blood.
Okay, so I hate to be the one to ask it, but she's missing blood. It's not on the floor. So it begs the question, where did it go? Because it's not right here. It's not on the floor, and it's not on the walls.
Okay.
And they slit her throat and stabbed through her hands. There should be more blood than there is.
All right. She obviously wasn't killed here, but the first thing we need to do is call the police. Do you see a phone?
There doesn't appear to be a phone in the immediate vicinity, but you kind of can look down the hallway and see that there looks like there might be something right there.
All right. You keep snooping around, but don't touch anything. Obviously, I'm gonna go get the police a call and get them down here because discretion's over. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
So I walked down to the phone box while she's doing whatever she needs to do, and you're the reporter. You can do as many shady things as you want. I'm gonna go to the.
Of course, Velma always carries a magnifying glass in her purse. She also carries black cotton gloves.
Okay. So I go up to the phone.
Do you realize how hard it is to explain blood under your fingernails? I'm just saying.
It's Very easy. I just killed somebody and there's blood in my. Oh, that doesn't work out.
So you go over to the phone, and it appears to be on like a sort of a nightstand type little end table. That's what I meant. End table, not nightstand. End table in the hallway. But you can also see stairs at the end of the hallway that lead up and around. There's some scuffs and scrapes as if someone near the stairs. I was like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to be giving all this information away. But you can
Look
ring the
for some crawl
pretty
spaces.
No more crawl spaces. Okay, so
Tiny little doors.
I start picking up the phone and then notice the little marks in the stairs, and I put the phone down, and I foolishly follow them. Look up the stairs, and then I start climbing the stairs to see if there's anything else up there.
So you go up there, and it looks like this was like some the bedrooms. The doors are open, so you can kind of tell there's nobody in them. But at the end of the hallway, where the window, like there's a big window in the front where you can like hang out, like a balcony type thing, but on the inside. So like hallway and then giant window, like a little landing. There you go, a little landing by the window, so you can look out the window and have your tea and whatever. But right there, pretty obviously in plain sight in front of the window, is a pair of now broken binoculars that someone must have dropped.
I take a little pen out and wait. Have they started fingerprinting people yet in the 20s?
Sort of each. I think there was a time when like some, like it wasn't centralized and people would like sort of do that sort of thing.
Okay, so I'm going to assume my character then would try and avoid leaving fingerprints. He'd take a pen out and he'd start he's going to maneuver the glasses to kind of see why they're broken or without touching them. So are they did they look like they just got smashed when somebody dropped them, or?
Well, it's probably it looks like we're about 10 years from fingerprints actually being used.
Oh, okay, so I just picked the damn things up then.
Yeah. It says in the 1930s, criminal investigators in the United States first discovered the existence, so they haven't thought of it yet.
Okay, so I'm just like, ooh, handle. So I pick them up and kind of take a look at them and see if they're broken or whatnot.
Yeah, it looks like one of the lenses is cracked from being dropped with some force.
And it's near the outcrop?
It's near the window, yes.
So I without going onto the balcony, I kind of peer out the window to see what could be seen down that way.
You can clearly see the road coming up. You can actually see down the road quite a ways. And can kind of even see into the city a little bit if you look close enough.
Okay, well, I put the binoculars back down, and I walk back down the stairs to go back to the phone.
Okay, so you go back down the stairs.
Hello, operator?
Yes, it's a shrill woman.
I need you to connect me to the police, please.
Right away, sir. And then you hear some clicking and some ringing. It's all right. What can I do for you, laddie?
Oh, right. Everyone's Irish. Okay. I need to report a murder.
What?
Yes. I need you to send a squad car down to and I give them the address. There's a body here. That I've recently discovered. I can fill your men in when they get here.
Well, be there as fast as we can. And you hear sort of him shouting and people getting like, oh, get the detective. Oh, he's taking a nap. And oh, wait, goddamn, that sort of thing.
All right. Presuming that's the end of our conversation, I hang the phone
Yeah,
up and walk back to.
Like after you hear the shouting, you realize he realizes he hasn't hung up the phone yet. So then the click and the I don't think there's a dial tone, but you hear the click.
Right. So I hang the phone up and then walk back to the to our interpreter reporter. Police are on their way. So don't look knifey, I guess. I don't know.
Don't look knifey?
Don't look
Do I
knifey.
normally look knifey?
I'm just saying, don't look knifey right now.
Yes.
I'll
yes.
do my best. In the meantime, I've searched her pockets, searched for any address books, just searched the room in general. She's wearing clothes,
It's okay.
right?
It will, but it's fine.
He's
It's
wearing
warm.
No.
Flapper dress, a black flapper dress.
We paid for
Blood
it.
or
Yeah,
click
you're right. Because
We already paid for it. We paid it forward.
We're
not
gonna
in the
sacrifice
room.
Buffy and Prince.
I'm sorry, I missed half of that.
So did I.
It's kind of. Let me mute myself and see if that helps.
Okay, sorry, I was moving around the microphone as well. Is that better? Okay. So what I was saying is she's wearing a black flapper dress. The top of it is stained with blood. She doesn't have any thing concealed on her person. Her handbag, is not in any obvious spot around the room. You can give me a spot hidden to see if you see anything else interesting.
26 below 60, so that's below half.
All right. So, the where her arms are nailed or spiked into the wall, there are two obvious indentations. Sorry, I've got my hands out. There are two obvious rounded indentations where some sort of vessel was placed as if to possibly catch the blood. Those are right there, which is very, very odd. There's a little bit of blood on her chest, so they probably did all three cuts around the same time. She does still have shoes on, which is weird. So you're not sure what exactly is going on. And you said you did below half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of then turn towards the door, and you feel a breeze coming from the kitchen, which is behind you guys on the other side, away from the hallway and you look over there, and it looks as if people have rushed to get out of the house that way. So knowing now from the binoculars, and it looks like this must have happened pretty recently.
As part of my medical check, would I have been able to tell, oh, I don't know if she's still warm or not?
Yeah, she's still, taking all that blood has lost her lividity quite a bit. Yeah, but this is within the last 6 hours.
So it looks like they. Why would they do this? Why?
So wait a minute. It looks like they took the blood from each wrist and her throat at the same time. So there were at least 3 people there, right? Or one person with really long arms who likes to hold vessels in his teeth while he collects blood.
There were at least 2 people there because there was 2 vessels. There is spilled blood onto her chest, but it looks like they probably did at least 1 or 2 at the same time. You can also see some what appears to be some writing, but it is not in English.
Writing in blood? And on what?
It looks like someone was starting to write like a inscription in blood by her feet, but they barely started, and the only word you can get out is it's not English. It says Ordos.
Is it still wet at all, or is it dried?
It's It's mostly dry, but it's still a little like you can if you put some like spit or water, it's still like wet.
Okay. Is there any paper anywhere in the house?
Yeah, there's some bookshelves. There's one in the hallway.
Okay. I'm gonna take some paper and see if I can't get an imprint of it.
Okie doke. So you get some of the blank binding paper from a couple of the books, and rip it out, and then you can get like one good like imprint of it.
That won't be suspicious at all if somebody checks my purse.
You can sort of do like look a little bit closer at the book she was reading and that sort of thing as well.
Yes, I would like to. If she has book cases, I'm going to want to take a quick look at those and also, do your standard tilting it back, see if it looks like any of them have less dust on them, see if, long shot, if pulling any of them opens, like, I don't know.
So from his spot hit, she was like either a really good housekeeper or an avid reader. Because like if there's no like obvious, oh, she read this section more than that section, or this section's dirtier than that section, pulling on the bookcase just seems to realize, damn, rich people spend a lot of money on bookcases because this thing is heavy.
So what kind of books does she have? Does she have novels? Does she have, I don't know, anything bound with human skin? Library. Hold on just a sec. Yep, those are books, definitely. Yep, they are.
They're like.
Let me verify that, but I'm pretty sure that was a complete fail.
Did you get above a 96?
No, I didn't. But
Okay.
I did get about. I got double of what I should have.
Oh, okay.
My library use is 42. I rolled an 87.
Oh yeah. Luckily, that's not quite a fumble, but it's pretty bad. Do you want to push your luck?
Look, they're books. What happens if I get it wrong? Obviously, it's not going to be like the books are pissed off at me or anything. Will I burn the place down or something? Knock the bookshelf on myself?
No. What I would probably say your consequence would be is you would probably, if you failed, you would like basically waste all your time looking at all these books and each individual one, and the police would probably come in as you were doing that.
Which might be slightly awkward.
Yeah.
I lent her a book, and I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, that would not look good for you guys.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think I probably get enough from it to see, because I assume library use gets me to, I could flip through each one and see if there's like hidden anything in it, but again, that seems like, does it look like they tossed the place at all?
It looks no, it doesn't look like they tossed the place. It looks like that this was sort of a planned hit. You may have just interrupted their whatever they were doing afterwards.
Sorry, my chair was irritating me. So we've checked. She doesn't have any pockets. She doesn't have anything like slipped in a garter belt or anything like that. Can I take off her shoes?
Yeah, you can take off her shoes.
I just want to check to see if there's. I'm going to check to see if I don't think there probably is, but check to see if she tucked a note in one of them. There's a secret code written on her foot. Anything.
I just look at you like you're crazy. Like, what are you doing?
Being thorough.
Do you give me that explanation? I'm looking for secret codes or notes she might have hidden in her shoes.
No, I'm just going to say I'm being thorough.
Please give me that explanation.
I have no problem with that. I'll say yes. That is what I say. There could be a secret code.
So there's. It looks like she definitely was like walking in the garden because there is some dirt and mud on her heel. You know, they're like kitten heels, which is surprising for the time. You know, risque and all that jazz.
Walking with naked feet?
No. The like the fact that most people were wearing like flats, you know, so like they're like, oh, she was walking around in like little heels. Wow.
Wallop.
But as you sort of pull them off, it looks like she might have stepped on a piece of paper or something because there's like a little corner bit of a pamphlet that looks similar to the pamphlets that you got before. But
Did you actually find evidence under her shoes?
Or at least attached to the bottom of her shoe.
God damn it!
It's not legible, but it does look familiar.
I mean, she found new information. So I basically look at her funny, and then she finds information corroborating things. And I'm like, you get to give me a smug look now. God damn it.
I'm not as brainless as I look, which is probably a good thing.
Why were you... What would possess you? Also, I'm apparently the ghost of Ryan. I don't know.
Bernard is crawling around on the floor looking for clues.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Well, I
He
figure
also
he
likes
just
to be...
didn't to watch him eating, so. 40, 1789, 1987. Well, they were kind of using it in like 1902, but they weren't like officially using it everywhere till like the 30s. So you might not have thought to do
Right.
that. Right. So that's fine. Yeah. So they were barely figuring that out still. Anyway. So after you guys are you gonna step outside and wait for the police to arrive so you don't look super suspicious?
They knew we had to come inside and call them, so yes, but we'll still go outside, I guess.
It's up to you guys. You can hang out inside, you know. Just might be a little more handcuffs now, questions later.
If we hear the cars come up, we'll go outside.
Okay. So you spend a few minutes doing that, and after about 15, 20 minutes, so
Damn.
total.
That's super
Total
response
time. You hear the sirens.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and walk outside.
And so you go outside and they pull up. And,
Not in real life. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay.
okay.
All right. Sorry about that. I thought it was Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I missed what you said. So I go outside, or go outside.
The sirens just went off. So it was like they're pulling up. So do you want to like step out or what's the plan?
Outside.
Okay. So you step outside. A paddy wagon and a squad car pull up.
Hmm.
This squad car kind of just looks like a normal car with a little siren on it. The other one clearly is marked says New York Police.
Who are they planning on arresting and putting in that? Or would they shove bodies in that as well?
They would probably take bodies as well, but it may have just been like, hey, these two people are just on different parts of town, so call them over the radio and they'll come here.
So yeah, I checked my wristwatch. That's got to be some kind of sort of record, right?
Well, it's not like terribly slow, but it's not terribly quick either.
It's been 15 minutes to get to a murder scene.
Well, it's not like they can drive that fast.
They're only going like between 20 and 40 miles an hour, so not very fast. And so there's a gentleman who looks like he probably needs like another 8 hours of sleep who steps out. He's. Do you remember Ewan McGregor in when he played Obi-Wan the middle years?
hmm
Yeah.
No, not at all.
You know, scruffy beard, but youngish Irish kind of. Wearing a tan like trench coat and comfortable, well-worn clothing. And then out of the wagon, a couple officers, or patrolmen, I should say, step out, and they're just wearing their typical policeman uniforms.
There's New York's finest.
The presumably the detective steps forward and says, "All right, you the blokes that called this in?"
Yep. It's inside.
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to take a statement and some questions from the both of you.
Oh, I would expect nothing less.
He kind of rubs his eyes. And he says, "Marks, Jones, come on." And the policeman sort of step inside.
She was nailed there when we got here.
We didn't nail her.
One of them kind of like, you can hear him be like, "Oh my God, what did you know?" And the other one's like,
Fuck.
yeah, pretty much. The other one's like, it's like, "Calm down, Jones."
Jones is so short-tempered.
He's very sensitive. And then the detective kind of fishes around into his car for a notepad, pulls it out, and then kind of looks around through his pockets for a pen, realizes he has one that is not on his ear, but kind of gotten stuck in his beard at this point. Pulls it out and starts like taking notes. He's like, "All right, Mr. Your name?"
Oh, sorry. Paxton, Bernard Paxton.
Thanks. And how did you come across this unfortunate woman?
Well, I was coming here to ask her a few questions, actually, about a few disappearances. I'm a private detective.
Ah, okay. Well, do you mind if I take down your license number?
Oh, yes, here it is.
Kind of jots it down real quick. No, he seems.
Hello?
Did she
Nope.
disappear?
She just froze.
Ah.
Anyway, while we're waiting, because I don't know if this is still being recorded, but for the viewers at home, I had asked a few questions about hanging frames before, and I saw you had answered. So you happen to know some solutions for that?
Yeah, we actually just
This is
hung
the
up.
home improvement part of the Twitch.
Yeah, we just hang up a whole bunch of stuff in our place. If it's not too heavy, you don't need to find the studs. You most definitely have studs in your apartment. Insert joke about gamers right here. But you don't really need them unless you're hanging something really heavy.
Well, I just have my college degree and my my ham license, and then that poster in the background, and then another poster over here that's a movie with friggin' Martin Sheen in it, and then I have 2 more movie posters. They just look cool. One has Audie Murphy in it. I need the movie so I can hang the poster. But I need frames for these posters because number one, they don't fit the right frames. They don't fit like standard frames.
Here's what I'm gonna recommend. I'm gonna spin this at the wall here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, so you see that big old framed artwork that's right there?
Yes, it does look great.
Okay. Those I checked on having professionally built to that one, and they're a slightly off size. But I didn't want to pay the blah, 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 blah amount to get it done. So I actually got some standard size frames and just accepted the fact that some of the edges are, because I didn't trim it because it's like a heavy duty art print.
Right.
But I had another one that I actually used really thick flat ribbon to mat, because getting mat is also kind of expensive sometimes, but you can also look to see about professional mats. On this particular one, I think I actually added some ribbon to the edge so it fit into the frame, but not enough. You can't actually see any of the ribbon. It was just to hold it in the right one so it didn't look wavy in the frame. So I just got some basic ones from Michael's. Michael's is always having sales, so I kind of recommend that.
I'll take a look. I haven't tried Michael's because I have that frame I got at the thrift store, and that works perfectly for that poster, except there's no thing or line on the top. It's made to hang horizontally in landscape mode, whatever it is called. So it's like I have to put friggin' screws and shit in. And I haven't been able to do that because I have a drill and it's a pain in the ass. So
Well, I highly recommend just doing that because they're not completely cheap, but I don't think I paid more than like $25 for each frame.
Right. I might just do one a paycheck until I get everything hung. But then the other problem.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, and especially we're getting into the season where they're going to have a lot of buy one, get 50% off, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, which they actually have a lot through the year. So just keep your eye open for that. And sometimes they'll have a lot of ones where they're just, you don't even have to buy 2. You could just buy 1 and it'll be 50 or 60% off.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out which one. And then there's some that are even more basic. Like those are actually pretty nice. There's some ones that are specifically built for posters, and they'll just be like a very thin edge.
Right, and I wanted to try and kind of avoid the really bendy kind of plasticky, but it looks shitty.
Yeah. You kind of want it to not look like a college dorm room.
If it's a college dorm room, I just paste it. I just
thumbtack.
Right. I'm past that. If I buy a movie poster, I want to hang it. So that's why that poster is great. That window goes and views out my ballpark. For all the people viewing at home and know where I live now.
Well, actually, I don't know if anyone is actually recording because Alicia's disappeared.
It still says live up in my corner, so I'm guessing this is going somewhere.
Oh yeah, actually mine does too.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So there you go. So now they can see exactly what the view looks like if there weren't cars driving right there. That's exactly what you see right outside your window.
Fuck. So, but yeah, that poster is great. It cost like $25 at the History Museum there, and it was a great poster. And then I have, like I said, a couple movie posters that I bought at Comic-Con because they're vintage movie posters, and those look pretty cool. And then my degrees and stuff. But I was trying to use a stud finder to change subjects, and it doesn't beep at all. So I don't know if it's a building from 1930 whatever. So I don't know how they build.
I think they still have studs in them at the risk of making a bad father-in-law joke. My father, Matt's dad, is an expert on studs in walls. I have to throw that caveat out. Otherwise, the man pairs up a denim shirt with denim pants. Apparently, there can never be too much denim in one outfit.
Yes. So. Yeah, that's what I want because the walls look bare. I have a bunch of stuff that I keep meaning to hang up, so I just want to get all that stuff hung up so I can stop worrying about it. But it's hard to because it's just lying everywhere. I don't know.
Now, are they mostly just like your standard paper, but they're cool because they've been signed or whatever? Or are they like a heavier canvas? Because if they're heavier and more expensive, you may want to get something that protects against light.